What is up, Watch fam? Happy Monday, and welcome to this week's episode of RANT&H. I am Christian from Theo and Harris, and today we're going to be talking about probably the coolest watch Jay-Z has ever worn. And it's fake. Let's do it. All right, before we jump into today's episode, we'll do a quick wristwatch check. I am wearing a beautiful blue Rolex reference 1601 on a T&H Jean Rousseau strap. Anna made a remarkable video about this watch, my relationship to it. The whole kind of topic was trying to show how much a watch could mean to somebody. You know, like, and if you wear watches, if you are someone that like has developed an emotional connection, you're gonna get the video, and like on a personal level. And if you're someone that hasn't quite made the jump yet, I highly recommend you watch it as well, because it'll give you an insight into what it's like owning a watch. And no, the time doesn't matter at all. It's about emotions. So watch the video. The link is in the description. And the T&H Jean Rousseau strap, buy one in the shop. They're the best straps on the market. There is no question. And that's because everything else is almost garbage. And we're like one of the only people with something that's actually good. I know that sounds cocky, but it's just true. Okay, let's make something clear first. Jay-Z is a watch collector, like a very, very serious watch collector. And whether that's because he has this incredible passion and obsession for the mechanical intricacies that exist in every one of these things, or because he has infinity money, and I mean that. Look at this Hamptons place that he rented for literally $400,000 a month. That's mucho dinero. He has a tick for watches. And his collection has a ton of different pieces, but at its core, you're going to find a lot of gold Rolexes. Now, that could be Sky Dwellers or Day Dates or whatever they may be, but there's a lot of precious metal, particularly yellow, Rolexes in his collection. And the watch that we're about to talk about actually has a lot in common with that core collection. But it's also, like, really different. So let's get into it. Okay, so what is it? It's a Rolex Perpetual Calendar. And I know what you hardcore watch geeks are thinking. Rolex has never manufactured a Perpetual Calendar. And you're right. Jay-Z's Rolex was actually fake. But, you know, that can't be the end of the story. Why would Jay-Z wear a fake watch to the Grammys? You see, some watchmaker back in the 80s bought a perfectly good, solid yellow gold Datejust, took its guts out, ditched the dial, and reinvented the aesthetic with a new dial and function. A totally modified, now Perpetual Calendar movement with the original oyster case and fluted bezel. I know, that sounds like a terrible, terrible atrocity of watchmaking. But it's actually quite important to know who the watchmaker was. It was Franck Muller. Who's Franck Muller? A watchmaker that became extremely famous in the years to follow for his namesake brand. One that produced many technically complicated and intelligent watches, but also many pedestrian watches at premium prices that were basically all gobbled up by the rich for years. So no, Jay-Z's Perpetual Calendar Rolex is not a fake in the sense that we know it. You know, it's not some Chinatown bullshit garbage Rolex. It's an incredibly complicated reinvention of a classic Rolex model. So while Jay's Rolex isn't technically real and certainly not original, it's absolutely interesting, of high quality, and significant. And I'm glad to see someone with so much public reach bring this watch forward, you know, to give it some press. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of RANT&H. If you're a watch geek and you want to hear more watch geeky content, please subscribe to our channel at Theo and Harris. I'll see you all tomorrow on In the Metal.